Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And this morning I'm going to show you the positive and negatives of using the ATS function on your shortwave radio. Grundig, Texan, and some others have this function where it searches the bands and stores any strong signals in a memory location, and then you can go back and review it. And right now, my Grundig 750 connected to my G5 RV antenna, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning here in Clearwater, Florida, is scanning the bands. And if it finds anything, it will save it. Now, the advantage is you don't have to manually go look for things. Plus, it will find things that you don't necessarily know that are out there. And that's what it's doing right now. The disadvantage is it will skip over weak signals. Stations that you know are probably out there, but they might be weak at the time. It'll skip right over. The other disadvantage is, and you'll hear it right now, is it will find noise just as well as it will find stations. Okay, now this has done the search. Band conditions this morning are not ideal, but there are some things coming in, and I usually get quite a few Spanish-speaking stations early in the morning, and that's probably what it's found. So let me work backwards here, and let me zoom in here, see if I can zoom in a little more. A little glare there on the screen. I'm sorry for that. So anyway, the first one it found is at 2.255. I doubt if that's a real station. It's probably noise. I'm going to turn the dial back and see the highest number it found. Now it says it found 99. Now, here's another thing that's a little discerning about using ATS, and it varies from radio to radio. Like some of my Texan radios give you two options for using ATS, and one option for learning how to speak. Two options. One is it will let you do an ATS within the meter band, international meter band you're in. So unlike this scan I did here, and this is the only one available on this radio, it starts scanning all of the international broadcast bands. So if it finds a lot of noise down in the lower bands, it will use up its 100 memory locations. It's only got 100 locations for this function, so it'll use them up. So you can see here I'm up to, maybe you can see, I'm up to memory location 99. So it goes from 0 to 99, 100 locations, and it's only gone up to 7.285 megahertz. That's a disadvantage of the Texan, of the Grundig, of this Grundig 750. It's an advantage of the Texan that it gives you those two modes. So you can tell it, okay, you're finding a lot of noise down in those lower bands, let's try an upper band, and it will just do the ATS in a band you've selected. What you do is you go to that band, and then you select the option for just scanning within that band, and it only scans within that band. I hope that makes sense. So anyway, this morning it found 100 signals that it thought were pretty strong. Now, let's go see what those 100 signals are. So we'll go back down to 0, memory location 0. And, memory location 1. I don't know why 0 is the same as, well, it's different. Okay. So apparently 0 is 100. All right, so let's go back to 1. There's 1. There's 1 here someplace. Going the wrong way. Okay, 1. This is the first one it found, and I'll turn the audio up. and it's noise. So we're going up. There is a little audio there. Let me go back. I'm guessing, let me turn this down. I'm guessing that is bleed over from medium wave. Since it's so far down on the shortwave band, it's probably bleed over. So that's probably what that is. There's two. I hear only noise. Three. There's a station.
Revert here from the deal. Which is putting a straight test to pattern up. Mike, hello. Hey, Bubba, what's up, man? Good, buddy.
I'm guessing.
Mike from Dexter, Maine. Yeah, it's nice and
turn it down.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that again is bleed over from medium wave. This radio will get bleed over from medium wave at the bottom end of the shortwave band. Now, once you get up above 3 megahertz, that bleed over goes away, so you don't get interference from the medium wave band. That's most likely bleed over. I've got many local medium wave stations close by that are extremely strong. One in specifically is 860 kilohertz, 860 kilohertz, and it's only about 5 miles from me, and it puts out a lot of power, and it will get into almost any radio. All right, let's go on.
I know you absolutely cannot play it on the slope, but I'm hoping maybe you can.
Noise. So we're up to 4, and you've either been bleed over or noise. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, not too good. 14, I'm at 3.2, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm going to start going faster. Okay, that's in the amateur radio band. That's probably a ham on single sideband. Now let me stop for a second. I'm still in the amateur radio band. This radio will scan the entire shortwave band. Some radios, like for instance some of the Texans, will only scan and do the ATS function on the international broadcast. So you won't pick up any of these amateur radio stations. All right, let's go on. We're up to 33 already and haven't found anything good. One guy's strong. More amateur radio operator. Noise. There's a station. That might be the station out of the Caribbean. 4.840. You can look that up. That's coming in pretty good. There's WWV. Not too good. Should be getting that pretty good at that frequency this morning. Cuban station or Spanish station. Pegged. Meters pegged. That's got to be local. Christian station, probably out of Tennessee. Another Christian station. Spanish, maybe Radio Habana, 5.970, very loud, meters pegged, 6 megahertz, right on the dial. I always get this station. It's Spanish, very strong. No Spanish. I'm up to near me location 68 already. Now there's a strong signal. The meter's pegged. I don't hear anything. So it's just a carrier. 6.1. I'm running out. Amateur radio band. Okay, that's it. So it found 100 signals. Most, I would say 80% were noise. And it stored those in the 100 memory locations it had. That's all it's got. And it only got up to 7.285. Only got less than halfway, a third of a way through the shortwave band. So that's the disadvantage of the Grundig. As I said before, the Texan, you have 2 modes, so you can scan with just within one of the international meter bands, or you can scan all of them. So the ATS function is kind of interesting because you can just turn your radio on, push that, and let it scan, and then look at what it found. You're going to miss a lot of stations that are weak, and you're going to pick up a lot of noise. So I'll let you decide whether you want to use it. Now, on this particular radio, this is the Grundig 750. It's not the Eaton 750, so it might be different. If you look down here, right here is FM in medium wave and long wave. And it has on the side here ATS, indicating you can use that function in those modes. It doesn't include shortwave, but it works in shortwave, at least this vintage of the 750. I don't know if it works in shortwave on the Eaton 750. All right, that's it. If you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up. We're going to try this same function on other radios just to give a comparison. Matter of fact, I'll pull out my Texan that has the 2 modes of ATS and show you the difference. If you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up. And I'm about to lose my voice. Have a great day. Bye-bye.